good morning. Welcome to Randy's Corner, and I'm your host, Randy Clark. And I just want a quick reminder, the Marble Festival, Magical Marble Festival, we're wide open down at Central Park across from Bluebell. Come down there and see us through Saturday. Now this morning, I got a real special guest with me. This is Christina Lawson. She is an author, was the first female paramedic in her county, a crisis counselor, university psychology teacher, and foster parent to 145 children. She wrote Sculpting a Vision, a catalog of her husband Robert Sculptor. This year, her 2025 book, Rosemary Now and Then, has already earned 5-star reviews, national and international recognition. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, Randy.
How are you today?
It's such a pleasure to be here. It's such an honor.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. And she's also married to one of our most famous sculptors, Mr. Robert Larson.
Robert looks like Santa Claus. You can't miss him.
You can't miss Robert. So come on down and see him this week. Now, Christina, tell us a little bit something about your book. I know this is not your first book, but this is the one we really want to talk about today.
Yeah, I'm really honored and humbled by the quality response I'm getting from this book. When I tell people I've written a book about dementia and dying, their first reaction is to cringe. So familiar we are with the misery of our end-of-life experience, but less familiar with the amazing phenomenon of what's happening to our spirit at that time.
Right.
So that's what I go into, but I don't just, like preach about it. I talk about it in terms of my mom's final years.
Okay.
My mom, Rosemary.
So your mom was Rosemary?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was a real character. She had a good sense of humor. She wasn't real well educated, but she was really, really smart.
Right.
And so I divided it. It jumps back and forth between now and then.
Okay.
The now times in the book are when I'm caregiving her and when she's having dementia. She had lots of strokes, and the way I thought it would happen is that the more brain cells she lost, the more she'd decline and the less quality of life she'd have. That was not what happened.
Okay.
Blew me away.
Okay.
Because that's what I was taught as a paramedic. But that's not the way it goes.
Right, right.
And then I wanted to also tell you that what I did was I hopped back and forth between the now and then sections because that's the way her brain worked with dementia.
Right.
She'd be, fussing over what was going on now, and then all of a sudden she'd be reminiscing about something that happened to her when she was a child or a young mom, and it was delightful. So after she died, what I did was I went over to her house and into her garden, and I found a sprig of rosemary. And so we used that, the publisher did, to divide the now and then sections so that it's easier for reading.
Gotcha.
Now the then sections, those are those fun times when she's talking about her past.
Right.
And just delightful. She was like a stand-up comedian, except for the stand-up part.
Right. I got you. I got you. Well, would you like to share a couple of the inserts with us
Sure.
this morning?
Yeah, I'll be happy to. This one is from, let's see, stroke number 4, and instead of labeling the chapters 1, 2, 3, I labeled them as the strokes. Stroke 1, stroke 2. So this is stroke number 4, and this is an upside of dementia. Onlookers stop in their tracks at the sight of Rosemary's childlike enchantment as another fleeting moment of 3-year-old rosy radiance washes over my mother. Rosie tries to describe beauty beyond words. Gaps widen between what she perceives now and realities Rosemary once accepted as fact. At this far end of her known existence, she relaxes her grip on certainties and describes otherworldly understanding. Less restrained by time and space, reality attains new meaning. As death approaches, her awe-struck expression resembles that of an infant seeing life for the first time. I was so blessed to get to meet my 3-year-old mom. Not many people can say that.
Right, yeah.
Would you like another one?
Sure, sure.
Okay. This one, I'm going to stroke number 5 now. She had lots of them. This is some ups and downs of caregiving. Following a peaceful night's sleep, we all function better. My mom's dementia subdues as well. The upside of sundowner syndrome, I call it sun-up syndrome. Rest cleanses the brain, clearer thoughts prevail. I feel like a real person, Rosemary exclaims. She shoves her arms into her sleeves I hold and sings, "Happy days are here again." Her feet wiggle into their respective socks in time to the tune. Later, Rosemary aims for the bathroom and misses. Robert and I hear the commotion and scurry to her aid. A minor fall. She's already forgotten how she got on the floor. But, perplexed and hurting, she looks at us with troubled sincerity. "Did I just give birth?" she asks. The fall may be forgotten, but annoying hip and elbow pain persists. "Oh, ouch, what happened here?" echoes off the walls all day long. You know how repetitive people with dementia can get. Now I've only got two more for you.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, this one is an oddness, something really curious about memory loss that I didn't know would happen, but I experienced it myself during my near-death experience. Really something. Rosemary flips through a calendar, but the months appear scrambled. Dates seem disorderly to her. Now and then are convincing illusions. Einstein said the flow of time is relative, based on where we are and how fast we travel, whatever that means. Dementia alters Rosemary's understanding of where and when, as brain gaps open to what lies beyond. Parts of her mind already promoted beckon from afar. Off she goes, no ticket necessary. Her spirit soars. Rational, full-function minds just don't get it.
Right.
Now, I've got one last short one for you if we have time.
That's fine.
Okay. This is after 3 near-death experiences that I talk about in the final chapter. My brother, who died of brain cancer, had one, and my mom throughout her dementia. And then I had an unexpected one during the pandemic. But that's it in the last chapter if you want to know about it. Oh, and I should tell you that this book's available in the library.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it here in just a minute.
Here we go. Last one, following 3 near-death experiences. Neither a scientific unified field theory nor God can be pinned down with human language. The biggest questions remain unanswerable during life. Regardless what religious path we follow, imagining the afterlife serves a valuable purpose. My brother's golden ladder, my E equals MC squared twist, and my mom's family reunion ever after ease the way when death ushers us onward. From our first breath to our final exhale, momentous opportunities abound. Until my time comes, I bid my mother a fond farewell until we meet again.
Beautiful, beautiful. We're talking with Christina Larson this morning, and she's a beautiful person inside and out. We love her here in Sylacauga, and we also love her husband, Robert. He's a sculptor down at the sculpting site, and we wish we had y'all up here all year long. Shalimar, Florida.
Robert has been in sculpting festivals and exhibits all over the world.
Okay.
Sylacauga is his very favorite one. Right. This is his favorite place to come because there's so much kindness and camaraderie, and the sculptors all help each other. It's a beautiful atmosphere.
Right. Well, we love both of y'all here. So, beautiful book. I love those inserts you just read.
Yeah.
So, how can folks get a hold of this book?
Well, you can order it through Amazon. That's the easiest way I know how.
Okay.
But I also, the library here, the local library, what do you call it?
Big Common Memorial Library right here in Sylacauga.
They've got a copy that they can lend you.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much for writing that book. This is not your only book, right? Let's talk about, for just a second, your other 2 books.
Okay. let's see, I wrote Sculpting a Vision, and that one's about my husband's art, his sculpture, and his poetry. He's
What
a
an
published
artist.
poet. And then I wrote one called Marty is Dead. That was after my brother died of brain cancer.
Okay.
This one, if you read it, be sure and send a review. You can post a review on Amazon. That's real important, it turns out. I didn't know this, but it's real important to get as many reviews as possible.
Okay.
So that's real helpful.
Can some of our viewers get an autograph while you're here this week?
Yeah, I've got a few copies with, not many, but I've already given out a bunch of them. People have been
Okay.
buying them left and right. I can't believe it.
Well, it's a great book. Why wouldn't they buy them? Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming in this morning. Can we mention Robert for a minute down at the sculpting site? What do you know exactly what kind of piece he's sculpting this time?
He's been real interested with light. He's 88 years old now, and he's getting more and more interested in light, and I think for good reason, but he likes to let the light come through his pieces. So he likes to make holes come through at different angles, and then the light accentuates the borders, and they're beautiful. We've got a couple of pieces that we're not selling in our home, and he's got them set up in the window where the sun catches them. They're just gorgeous. The sun just illuminates them.
Right. So if somebody happens to be in Shalimar, Florida, could they come by y'all's place and check it out? Y'all got many sculptures down there, don't you?
We have 7 miles of sculpture trails
Right.
at our nature preserve, Shoals Sanctuary Nature Preserve. And if you look that up online, it's got our contact information. If anybody would want to come, you have to have a reservation, because like right now it's locked up because we're here.
Yeah, right. Y'all have many children that comes through there, right?
We do. We get busloads of kids, after school special children, what's it called? Homeschoolers.
Right.
Yeah, and like that.
Right.
And we get seniors. We get busloads of seniors come, and they just love it. And you don't have to be real able-bodied. People are nervous that they have to hike 7 miles. No,
Right.
we can drive you around if you're able to get in and out of a four-wheel vehicle.
Okay, great. So we're talking with Christina Larson this morning, and she is a 3-time author, and beautiful lady inside and out. We're so pleased to have you here in Sylacauga for last week and this week. So come on down to the sculpting side and see her husband, Robert, and Christine will be down there too, and maybe she'll give you an autograph. Thank you so much. I'm very honored for you being here. Thank you so much, and see you at the sculpting site this morning.
I'm humbled, and bless you, Randy.
Bless you too. Thank you so much for joining in Randy's Corner. Stay tuned for more Daybreak, and we'll see you next week.